Before I get into the new section here, the final section of Unit 8, you're going to see some new notation that I want you to be aware of right now, this new notation. Up on the board, I have triangle ABC. AB equals 15. And everyone would usually just plot 15 right there, okay? Instead now of writing AB equals 15, you're going to see this starting today. Lowercase c equals 15. But they mean the same things. So what is this lowercase c telling us? That's the side across from angle C is 15. Okay, the side across from angle C is 15. And then you're going to see lowercase a equals, 11. So that tells us the side across from angle A now is 11. So instead of naming it by the vertices, you're going to see it named by the angle across from it. So just a little heads up as we start today. All right, you'll see this a little bit right now. Okay? All right, here's the, we've done a lot in this unit. We've done what, 11 days? Wow. But here's the sad part about what we've done. Everything I've shown you, I'm not going to list off all the stuff, can only be done in what type of triangle?
Right.
Yeah, a right triangle. That's the only time we can use all this stuff we've done for 11 days. That's kind of sad. And how often do we really get a right triangle? Not that often.
No.
So shouldn't there be something around where if it's not a right triangle, I can still find a side or an angle? And the answer is yes, and that's the next 2 days. What happens if I don't have a right triangle? What else can I use to find a side or an angle? Okay, so that's the next 2 days. What if it's not a right triangle? All right, well, let's just hop right into it before I introduce my new formula here today. We have triangle ABC. Do you guys see my new notations right away? Side A, side C. They're across from angle A and C. I need you to solve triangle ABC. Quick refresh. What's solve the triangle mean for us? Find all the missing sides and angles. I don't need to help you find the missing angle. Go ahead and do that right now, please. Example 1, triangle ABC, find missing angle C. I don't need to help you with that. That's not a new formula. Here you go, 15, what is that missing angle? 30 degrees, good job, 30 degrees. Is this a right triangle? So the past 11 days are useless. So I'm going to introduce 2 new formulas over the course of today and tomorrow. First formula today is called the law of sines. Law of sines. This formula I will not give you. It's not on the reference sheet, so this is your responsibility to know. The law of sines is a proportion. It is a proportion. Now we can deal with proportions. Here's what the proportion says. If you take any side of a triangle, so I'm just going to say side A. Take any side of a triangle and put it over, ready? The sine, hence law of sines, the sine of the angle across from it. Notice how I put a capital A now? The sine of the angle across. This ratio, same exact ratio as if you pick another side in the triangle, I'll call it side B, and put it over the sine of its angle. I'll say angle B. Those ratios are the same, so I can set them equal. This is the law of sines. Side over the sine of the angle, pick another side and put it over the sine of its angle. Law of sines. All right, let's use it now. Big decision coming up for somebody. Big decision. 21. I have 2 sides I have left, A and C. Not here. Good. I'll just keep talking. 1, George, you ready? You pick for the class. Do you want to find side A or side C? Okay, everyone. Here we go. Let's find side A. Using law of sines now. Using law of sines. So let's start it off with side A, the side George wants us to find. What should I be putting that over? The sine of, what's the angle across from A? What's the angle across from side A in my diagram? 17?
110.
110, but I don't put 110. What's the formula say? Sine of 110, which I can get from my calculator in a minute. All good there. See how that worked? Now, set it equal to another side that we know and an angle across from it. Preferably don't use two variables. All right? Keep AA, no more variables. So what's a side and an angle across that we know now? 2? Yep. I'm pretty confident like we actually had one. 15? What's a side and an angle that we do have? So good. 28 over sine. Oh, keep going. Sure. I wasn't teaching or anything. Yep. Sine of 40. Good, Maud. Everyone all right? Law of sines. We've been doing this for probably a month and a half. How you solve a proportion? Cross multiply. There you go. So I got A times the sine of 40 equals 28 times sine 110. How am I going to get that A by itself? What do I need to do on each side to get A by itself? 24. Romeo, what do I do on both sides here to get A by itself?
You divide it by the sine of 110.
110?
No, sine of 40.
Sine of 40. And there you go. That's what I'm going to be plugging in my calculator right now. In a fraction template or separately, it's up to you. 28 times the sine of 110. And I'm going to divide that by the sine of 40. Cross multiply, divide by sine of 40. And make sure I look at the rounding directions. Which are what? Find your answers to the nearest tenth now. So when you're ready and you have it to the nearest tenth, let me know. When you're ready. 10? 40.9. 40.9 looks good to me, Josh. Yep. $40.9. Where are we going? I didn't solve this. This triangle's not solved yet. What do I still need to do? Need to find C, right? Come on, we haven't solved this triangle yet. We got to solve for C now. Okay, let's start it up. C over, what's the angle across from C? Good thing we found it at the beginning. 21? Nope. 14? Nope. You know what? Let's do this right now because I'm tired. I'm tired of this. New numbers. Here we go. New numbers. Whoever's not here, we'll just assign them a number, the last whatever number we're end on. All right, I don't care who starts and where we go. Assign yourself darn numbers now so we don't have to keep doing this. Go ahead. I don't care who starts and where. I don't care if it goes 1, 2, 8, 9, 5. I don't care. Let's go. Start with 1 and let's bump around.
17.
We got to go in order though, obviously. 1.
1. I got 1.
2, 3, 4,
8. Oh, 5.
Got 5. Who's got 6?
I'll be 6.
7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 13. Need one. 14. 15. 15. Anybody not have a number? 15. Anybody else not have a number? Well, I'll worry about it then. 16.
Okay.
Anybody else not have a number? 17. Anybody else? All right, perfect. All right, now this is going to be going smoother now. Okay, C over what? What's the angle across from angle C here? Boom, here we go. Let's roll. 14, now we do.
Okay. Angle 30.
30. Sine of 30. Now, you guys have your choices for the, look, you got to have a choice for your next proportion. You could stick with 28 over sine 40, the one that was given. You can use that, but be careful. Let's say you ended up using the previous answer, 40.9. No, you won't. You're going to use the non-rounded answer. All right, so if you want to use this A value, you won't use 40.9. You'll use 40 whatever it was before. All right, so that's why probably you guys are probably feeling this right now. Just stick with what was given. 28 over sine 40. Because if you don't, you're going to have to use the non-rounded answer. All right, over sine of 110. All right. So go ahead, cross multiply. Let's see what we got for C. Divide both sides by sine of 40. C is going to equal, when you're ready, please, when you're ready. 16, when you're ready.
Which one? Oh, you want? Oh, C equals 21.8.
Yep. Don't go anywhere. Stay on this page. 21.8. We're all good. Now, there's no way I can guarantee that you got the correct answers, but there is a way I can guarantee you should feel pretty confident about yourself that we did get the right answers. Here's why. Let me just go over what we just found. So that's 30. We just found A to be 40.9 and C to be 21.8. Look at the degrees and the sides. How can I be pretty confident I did this problem correctly? Going back to a theorem we did in Unit 5, I think, Emma?
The smallest size correlate with the smallest angle.
Smallest side's always across from where? Smallest angle, biggest side across from biggest angle. Makes sense on this triangle. Looks like we did a pretty good job. Okay, so that's the way you can check yourself, or be pretty confident at least that you did it correctly. All right, one doesn't make us great. Let's keep rolling. I'm not going to ask you to solve the triangle again, just to get going on time. So on this triangle, go ahead and set it up yourself. Everyone see the new notation? Lowercase t, that's the side across from t. And you're finding side D, the side across from angle D. Everyone have that triangle set up? I'll wait. Couple people. Everyone have that triangle set up? That's pretty good, man. DAT. Ask people in your group about it. Dat triangle. All right. I wait every year for that one. That's about it. It's the reaction I get.
Wow.
All right. I feel like Via telling her jokes. All right. How do you want to start this off? Give me a side and an angle across right now. Side and an angle across. 13. Give me a side and an angle.
Side D and 27.
Good. D over sine 27. We're all good there. What about my other ratio? Well, I do know side 21, but I got a blank there staring across from it. But that blank can get filled in pretty quick by you guys. I hope. I'm not going to use 105 in there. That's not the angle across. But you guys have enough knowledge to find angle T. Angle T should be 11 when you're ready. 48. 180 minus 27 minus 105. So sine 48. So go ahead, cross multiply, work your magic. I'll get to somebody in a second. Something finally we can use that doesn't have to be a right triangle now. Law of sines. Where are we going? Nearest integer, so whole number. When you're ready. 4.
Equals
13. Yeah, kind of makes sense, right? 21 was across from 48, which is bigger than 27. And the smaller side there was 13, so makes sense. Any questions? One other thing I got to show you. We use law of sines to find side lengths. Can we use it to find an angle measure now? And the answer is you're darn right we can. And that's how we're going to end it. How can I use law of sines to find an angle measure now? All right, nothing crazy about this one. ABC. C is 112. Side C is 10. Side B is 7. What's angle B? Okay, give me a side and an angle you know, so I can fill out the first part of law of sines. 7, side and an angle. Yep.
10 over sine 12.
Okay, 10 over sine 112. We're good. Other side we know is 7. What should I put this over? Not just x. Sine of, you can put an x there. I'll put a b because it's angle b. Sine b. But somehow I need to figure out what angle b is. All right, no problem. Let's cross them up. Cross multiply. 7 times sine of 112 equals 10 times the sine of b. And I know most, I don't know what to do from here. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Get sine of b by itself. I want sine of b equals this, and then we can talk. So how do I remove the 10 out of there? Divide both sides by 10. Get sine of b by itself, and then I'm going to challenge you. So the sine of b, go ahead, get that decimal for me. And you'll be challenged. Get my calculator up here. I'll do it with you. Okay. Okay, we all on the same page? We got this decimal equal to sine b. Now, is that my angle, 0.64? No, that is not my angle. That's the sine of whatever my angle is. You know how to do this now. If I know what the sine, cosine, or even tangent of an angle is, how can I use my calculator to find the angle? We've done this before. We did a whole day on it last week. How do I ask the calculator the sine of what angle is 0.64 da 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 da?
So you want the answer?
No, I just wanted to know how to go about it, Via. That's all I want.
Okay, so if you want to do step one, yeah, I give up.
Then why we even start this journey?
I don't know, it's a good question.
Okay, it's frustrating to me. Okay? Anybody remember Romeo?
You put the second and then sine.
Everyone remember inverse? If you ever want to find an angle, you do the inverse. You do the inverse of it. So inverse sine. So second sine in this case. Now, it has really boggled. I teach 2 classes of freshmen, so maybe you guys know this. Do you know that you don't have to retype all this decimal?
Yeah, you can just.
If you have like a copy paste type deal where you can just go up, highlight it, press enter, and it'll go down there for you. You don't have to retype it. Okay, I didn't know if you guys knew that or not, but that is, you don't have to retype everything. You can just highlight it. It's like copy paste for your calculator. Okay, so I do have to do inverse sine. And there's your angle you're looking for. So again, you always use the inverse button when looking for the angle. So 40 degrees for angle B. $40. All right, I left you with about half the class right now to get going on the homework. And you guys certainly know where the answer key is as you do them, so let's get rolling.
Yeah. I don't think so. When I left.